Chasing a dream sounds good on paper. Chasing the dream, starting from zero, building yourself up, and trying to really just do and achieve the impossible sounds fantastic, doesn't it? And it sounds awesome when you're hearing about it from stories in retrospect. Like, man, I really had to grind like 24 hours a day, and I was just obsessed. I was really obsessed, and it's all I thought about, and everything I did was geared toward it. And sounds awesome. The lived experience of being within that, very different. And you hear things like, it's going to take 10 years, it's going to take 5 years, it's going to take two. If you really want to do something massive and impactful, it's not going to happen overnight. Even that, it's not going to happen overnight. We take these things on board and we understand them, we hear them when they're being said, but what we're not taking into consideration is when you're actually in that process, you have to show up every day. Like, it's a daily thing where you're showing up and you're doing the execution, regardless of whether it's going to happen now or not. So when they say it's going to take 10 years, for the first 5 years, you're not going to see any progress, but you know internally that you're building something and the systems are forming it. By no progress, it may mean externally or on the surface level, superficially, perhaps. But you know what the real numbers are, what the real metrics are, and what you're really gunning for. And that's not going to happen for you yet, because you still need to build your reputation. You still need to build systems, processes. You still need to actually really lay the foundations that it actually takes to do what you're trying to do. Now, here's the neat part, is that when you're in that space between nothing, dirt nothing, like absolute zero, and that boom, that pop that you get maybe 5 years in, when you're in between those things, you still have to show up every day. And it's super fun to say, hey, bro, listen, despite the doubters and the self doubt and the haters and everything else, man, I'll just keep going. And I persisted and this and that. It sounds awesome. Wait till you have self doubt, my G. Then you come have a chat with me. Then you come watch this video again and be like, damn, you know what, bro was actually low key cooking there. When he was talking about it's a real thing, and it's not that you don't believe that you're the one. You know you're the one, and you know that the distance and the difference between you and where you want to go is time. You just have to keep doing what you're doing. You have to trust the process, not rush the process. Sounds fantastic, but the grind wears on you. It can be quite tedious, quite taxing. A very important reframe and tool for me is, number one, regardless of how maybe emotionally drained, how much the willpower, how much the pulling force that I'm going towards seems to be quieting, and I may see the visions and premonitions, but I'm just not seeing them as often lately, and I'm just thinking about all the problems instead of all the positives. When you're in those moments and in that phase, I often think to myself, this is where most people quit, and this is why they don't win. I often say to people that the execution is what separates those from the rest. Meaning what? Many people have had fantastic ideas. Many people have, perhaps, there's a big world out there. Perhaps many people even have the exact same idea that you have right now. And perhaps many people have even begun to embark on the journey to create the massive change that you're trying to create. And yet it didn't happen because they gave up. it didn't happen because they gave up. And so every single day that you show up, every single time when you pick yourself up and you dust yourself off, lace those boots up and go to war. Every single day when it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Listen, I'm not saying that it's a terrible lifestyle. It obviously people wouldn't I wouldn't be able to see myself through it. Let me just speak for me. I wouldn't be able to see myself through it if I didn't look forward to, for example, training every day. I look forward to training every single day. I look forward to creating. I look forward to putting the things out and learning from them, seeing what they do in terms of I want to see what works, what doesn't work, what do people like, what do they not like. And there's something about understanding the process as well. For example, now something new for me is I've started doing the videos on Instagram. Didn't really put those out before. And then now I'm at a spot where I'm like, okay, I think I'm ready. I wasn't ready before because you don't get as much response. Right? YouTube, there's a decent little feedback loop going on. The views push up and then this and that, then you're like, oh, okay, cool. TikTok, obviously you get ton of views, ton of responses, maybe some comments, cool. On IG, on Meta, much less responsive and much less interaction. However, I'm now at a point, and I realized this as I posted again today, and the day, and yesterday, and the day before that, and the day before that, despite not really getting really crazy, insane responses. And that's because I've been there and done that. And that's the thing that you're ultimately building in this phase is that quiet confidence of, and you need that quiet confidence because when you get to a certain stage where all eyes are on you, there will be a lot of doubters, there will be a lot of haters because your vision is always going to be bigger than when you're currently at, and you know where you started from and where you got. They only see you when you arrive there. So when you say I'm going here, they have no idea what it took from you to get from zero to there. And they don't know how much easier it is to get from here to there compared to here, right? Because at least here you have some applause, you have some believers, because they kind of saw a little bit of the journey, right? They saw the glimpses of what it actually took. And so at that point, people are screaming, people are looking at your thing, they're poking holes, they're criticizing, and some do actually have valid points, but they're wrong. And every single day when you don't make it, they're right. You won't make it. You won't win. They're right, they're right, they're right, they're right, and then they're wrong forever when you do. It's like if every single time you dated a girl, someone said, "That's not your wife, bro. Leave her. That's not your wife. Give up, give up. That's not your wife. That's not your wife. That's not your wife." They're right every single time until you do meet your wife, and then they're wrong forever. And so, within your endeavor, within your pushing, within your dreaming, I applaud you first and foremost for chasing your dream, for going after your dream, and for showing up for yourself every single day. I applaud you for that. And understand that they will be right for every single day until you fucking make it. Then they'll be wrong. And they will have been wrong historically forever because it took all those attempts to get to the one. You're the one. You're the one. Entrepreneurs, Legacy Africa, link in the description. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. I've been Sage, standing on business. Signing off.